It's the Black Knights and the Giants, just ahead on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. And we are underway from Houston. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So now here are the Giants backed up to start their first drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson. The play fake. Here's Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
And his drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
And the way they ran the ball last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
From the 44, Hurts. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Quez Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And again, back to Komet. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35 on second down. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamin Davis leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline, it's complete and athletic. Short of the 1st. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
On 1st down, Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Throwing is Hurts. Throwing right, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. And New York set to take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Wilson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 21-3 is your score after 1. Offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan.
He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Houston. And that looked almost to be a case of, you know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Now the try here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. And the Giants ready to come out now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
throwing now. Wilson on first down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Singletary here running out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Wilson to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
This is fielded at the 27.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Black Knights are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants going to take over again on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on third down.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. On first down, Wilson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. To throw again on second down. Wilson. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Now out come the Giants.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards that time. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Saquon Barkley.
His 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Hurts. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They'll throw now on the final play. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Black Knights will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the 1st half of play. So we've reached halftime here. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. They on the left to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And
that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Black Knights extend their lead yet again. A try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now it's Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
They go play action with Hurts. Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Touchdown! A great play there. 29 yards. And the Black Knights are pouring it on. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jamin Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket?
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. Quez Watkins, 62 yards. And the Black Knights get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. And New York set to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Giants. K.J. Osborne. And the Giants are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. And now out comes Houston. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. On 1st down, Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Quez Watkins. His 104th career touchdown. One shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Black Knights just continue to roll. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. There's Wilson to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Jamin Davis.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. 3rd and long, it's Wilson.
Bananas Osborne, he's got it.
It's a 15-yard pickup. And they'll make it 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
Houston set to take over. Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know, every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing on second and long. Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Throwing is Hurts. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incomplete.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Black Knights are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 31, Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jamin Davis in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken around the 12. A great return there of 22 yards. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown! When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now Wilson on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Wilson. And he he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And New York set to take the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Throwing on second and long. Wilson, catch made by Slayton. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Komet. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson.
Finds Komet on the quick slant.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
To throw again is Wilson.
And again back to Komet.
Fights through and now a crease.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
The full left side taken in by Komet.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down...
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 20. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now out comes Houston.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted.
This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Wilson.
Open man has come back, the tight end.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. One last shot for Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
And now it's blocked. There he goes left side. He's at the 40, the 20. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this. And they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense.